Hey everybody, this is Corky, and this is going to be top 5 tips and tricks for Monster Hunter Rise for beginners. Now keep in mind, if you aren't a beginner, been playing a little bit, you probably won't really care much about this. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Tip 1 is going to be the buddy system, because I know a lot of people are going to sleep on this at the start, and the main thing is do not sleep on this. Main reason is you can do so many things, not really at the start, but it definitely does help out. First thing first, go ahead and hire as many as you can, and go ahead and put a lot of them in the dojo. You go ahead and put them in the dojo, they start getting levels. When they start getting levels, they become more worth it for you. And at the same time, go to the Buddy Scout, keep an eye out, because there will be a couple of them that are around level 5 starting out. Majority of them is like 1 to 3, but you will catch a level 5 every now and then. Go ahead and get them just so you have an easier time starting out. But like I said, grab as many as you can at the start. And then after that, we have the Meowcenaries, which usually gets unlocked like a little later. I think you have to do a 1-star quest fully, but that's not that bad. But you basically, what you do is you take them, you send them out on quests. As you can see, you get a bunch of items right there for them, and they actually do get level ups while sending them out. So while you have the others training, it's not a bad idea just to send some out, get you a few extra materials, like get some bug parts, some items you wouldn't normally get. And without that, send the Palicos off in their own way. They're good to go. Bada bing, bada boom. Finally, we have the new farm. This is how they're doing the farm in Monster Hunter Rise, and it's actually really neat. I actually really enjoy the new farm. But basically, what you do is you take a Palico or Palamute, put them in the farm, and they will actually get the items for you. You can do little boosts and stuff like that for it to get more items, but you can literally choose any item in the game as long as you've gathered it once. So a majority of the time people are going to be using honey, but it's very nice as well to get like spider silk and stuff like that. You can get quests later on to unlock the other submarines, but that's for another time. Anyways, tip 2, farm monsters. At the early game, there's going to be so many different monsters to choose from, let alone the late game. What you'll want to do, actually, especially for the hub quest, is when you reach 2-star for the hub quest, go ahead and find a monster that you like, and go ahead and just start farming them. Because you will want a full armor set, at least at the very start, because the armor sets coincide pretty well with each other and complement the current builds that they have for it. Mixing and matching should definitely come later when you get to like high rank, and then there's also the option to upgrade it. Make sure you do that as well, because of the fact that you need as much defense as you can for when you get to the final boss for 2nd star, the urgent quest. He will kick your butt if you are not prepared. So go ahead and at least make sure you have the 2-star armor, upgrade it a little bit, farm away, get as much materials as possible, because you're not going to regret it at all. Anyways, on to the next one. Tip 3, Dongo. Make sure you eat them before you go out on a quest, because they can do multiple different things, but the best part being is just give you extra health and stamina. It takes just a couple points or just a couple dollars, you're completely fine. If you look, there's a couple basic ones that are really good, especially like early game, like the ones that give you extra money. Make sure you choose that if you aren't having a hard time and just want a little bit of extra spending money. Now, there's a couple ones that are better than the rest, like the Deflector is really good for making so you keep sharpness. Then there's the Defender, which will make it so you have occasionally less of a chance to get attacked. Then there's the Trainer, which also will speed up your buddy's growth, which is very early on pretty good. So it makes it so you have a better chance to get a stronger pet starting out. It makes it so that you can get more handicaps, so you can unlock more skills and stuff like that for your dog. On to the next one. Tip 4. Keep an eye out on the merchant. Every now and then he will have a sale going on, which is your time to stock up. Some of the items are pretty expensive in the game, and just stocking up makes a pain. But you'll know when he does because he'll have a dancing Palco beside him. Very, very obvious. On to the next one. Tip 5 is kind of a mixed bag. It's going to be exploring and pandemic life. Do not sleep on the pandemic life. There's so many different things they can do. For example, the beetles can all apply blights to monsters. Like that fire blight right there makes it so the monster takes damage over time. Basically like poison, very nice. Stink mink will attract monsters to you. Then there's the puppet spider, which is amazing. It will actually make it so that it'll make it so you can ride the monster right out the gate. 100% totally worth getting. You can also find some notes hidden around secretly. Explore, grab the pandemic life, use it against the monsters. It'll help you out so much. And that Antidobra will actually make it so that you become immune to poison for a little bit too. And then there's me riding the Wyvern. Anyways. And that was top 5 tips and tricks for Monster Hunter Rise for beginners. If you guys did enjoy it or liked it, make sure you leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And we will all see you next time. And, by the way, left a little treat for you guys at the end. Yeet!